Overlook Horizon High Altitude Balloons,
an Ontario County nonprofit.
This is no ordinary balloon.
What a view!
Over 110,000 feet.
This is incredible.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch.
Hey guys, Tori here from Overlook Horizon, coming to you live here for Sunday night. An exciting launch today for SpaceX out on the West Coast. We got a Falcon 9 launch happening here tonight, and we're going to watch. We're going to see what's going to happen. This is exciting. There's so many things that are potentially going to happen tonight. I'm hoping that all of them happen tonight, but I've been excited for this all week long. There was some doubt it was supposed to be yesterday. I wasn't going to be able to do the broadcast yesterday, so I'm excited that it's happening today, and it looks like everything is go at the moment. They just started propellant loading just seconds before I went live here, which is usually the big step that you look for, in that they're going to try to at least make an honest effort to go for launch tonight. So propellant loading is now underway for the Falcon 9 rocket out on the West Coast at Vandenberg Air Force Base. So this is, it's a West Coast launch today, not in Florida. This is out in California. And hello to all of you joining us here today. I appreciate everybody tuning in and joining. I see all the comments firing in here from Periscope, and we got some people on Facebook and YouTube. I got all my comments open. I was having some trouble trying to get them all going, but I think I got everybody's comments, because we are simulcasting on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Periscope and Twitch as well. So we got 4 platforms running all at the same time, but I see all your comments here, so I will try to get to as many of them as I can possibly get to. But we got some exciting stuff to talk about. So I want to try to jump right into it. If you haven't seen one of our live broadcasts before for a SpaceX launch, we'll get, right now we're waiting for the SpaceX broadcast to actually get started, and they will start soon. I've got the broadcast up over my shoulder here. I'll probably take that down for the moment, but we'll make that full screen once SpaceX goes live, and we'll listen in. We'll see what they have to say, and I'll try to contribute and try not to talk over them too much. But I get excited. I get excited for this stuff. Anyways, hello to everybody. I see Dr. Teddy from Florida to California. Yeah, baby. I see Deborah, Alex Ziggyful. How's it going? Road Warrior, Stacy, all on YouTube. Lori, Brett, Christian on Facebook, and a whole bunch of people on Periscope. TJ Briggs, Miguel, Nano. We got a whole bunch of people joining us here today. And Don Sherry says, what's the time until launch here? So launch tonight is at 10:21 p.m. Eastern time. That's 7:21 Pacific time, and that's what is that, 1:21 UTC? Is that right? Did I do the math right? Or 2:21. See, I did the math wrong. 2:21 UTC. So yeah, I just know it's 10:21. It's about half an hour from now. 27 minutes. 27 and a half minutes from now is what our launch time is. And today, this is like most Vandenberg launches, this is a polar orbiting launch. So the satellite that's launching today, let's just dive right into it. We got let's pull up some of our graphics here so that we can actually see what's going on. But the satellite that's launching today, or the mission today, is Saocom 1A. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but Saocom, or Saocom 1A, is a satellite today. It is a polar orbiting satellite, and it is a sun-synchronous satellite, which means that as this orbits around our poles, basically the satellite will always be in sunlight. So it's the orbit that it's going into as it goes over to the other side of the Earth. It's basically staying with the sun the entire time. So, and I believe the main goal for the actual satellite that's being launched is soil measurements, if I recall correctly. Is that there's actually 2 of these satellites that are going up. So Saocom 1A, and then there's another one, 1B. 1B doesn't go up until, I think, 2019. I don't remember the exact date, but there will be 2 identical satellites, and they're actually working in tandem with some other satellites, and they're all going to be in the exact same orbit, in this polar orbit. And I think I was trying to see exactly, but I'm pretty sure they're doing, gathering soil moisture information, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But they've got There's a lot of the Italian Argentine satellite system for emergency management, which is a partnership between some acronym that I don't know and the Italian Space Agency. So this is what's launching today. And I've actually got, we can show you some shots of the actual satellite so you can get an idea. This is what the actual satellite looks like. This is all packed up. When it actually gets unpacked in orbit, it's going to look something a little more like this. But that was all packed up and ready for loading into the payload fairing. And then also here, this is kind of a 2-scale version, because you can see here right next to me, there's a person right here. So you get a little scale of what this satellite size is here. So it's not a huge satellite today, but it's a good size. I think it's like 3,000 kilograms, which is not it's not too overly massive. We've seen, I think, some of the largest are about 7,000 kilograms that the Falcon 9 can launch. But I think that's to geostationary transfer orbit is like 7,000 kilograms. But anyways, the real exciting stuff today is this is going to be the first West Coast return to launch site landing attempt for SpaceX. So they've done a bunch of East Coast landing attempts, return to launch site landing attempts, where basically they're going to launch the vehicle, separate the first stage, turn the first stage around, bring it back to the launch site and land it on land. And now SpaceX, they've landed on the water plenty of times on both the East Coast and the West Coast, but they've only landed on land on the East Coast over on Florida at LZ1 and LZ2, landing zone 1 and 2, which are on Cape Canaveral. The brand new landing zone 4, I don't know what happened to landing zone 3, but this is landing zone 4. LZ4 is on the West Coast at Vandenberg, and this is going to be the first attempt to come back. So, and Nestor on Facebook says, what time will SpaceX go live with the broadcast? So they should go live usually about 15 minutes before launch. So I would expect we probably got a little less than 10 minutes before SpaceX goes live. And then the other thing, so Matt Gixer says he's bored of nighttime launches. Actually, one of the nice things that may happen for today is that this launch is about, I think it's 58 minutes after sunset. So there's some speculation, I'm not entirely sure, but a lot of those launches that are either right before sunrise or right after sunset, you can get a crazy, amazing view of the exhaust plume up in the upper atmosphere where there's still light hitting it. This is a little bit farther away from sunset at 58 minutes. I think the last like big rocket plume that we saw from one of the Falcon 9 rockets was like more like 28 or 30 minutes after sunset or before sunrise. I don't remember if it was sunrise or sunset, but at 58 minutes, I'm not sure if we're going to get that amazing view of the rocket exhaust there when you get in the upper atmosphere, but it's possible we could see that, and that's something that's kind of exciting for this. So, and John wants to know, is it going north or south? So generally, it's pretty much the case for all. Here we can, we've got some graphics here we can show on this as well. But for most West Coast launches, they almost always go south into polar orbit. So let me see. Let me switch over to which screen? This screen? Yeah, this one. So they almost always go south. So here's a map here. This is here's the United States here. This is where they're launching from, and this is kind of the path that they're going to be taking. So they almost always go south. They can do retrograde orbits out of California as well, which is basically them going completely, let's see, it's this way, completely to the west. So they can do that. They don't do that very often. Usually it's polar orbits that they're doing from California, and they almost always go south. So sometimes they can go south in like, let's see, I'm going to try to do this mirrored. Yeah, this direction. So they can go like this direction and kind of hug the coast and go right past Baja, California here. This one is actually going a little, wait, this is really hard to do, like watching myself in the screen doing it in mirrors, but they can go in this type of direction. They go directly south, but this is what we're happening here today. So these are the hazard maps that we're looking at here. So this is basically the NOTAMs and the maritime hazards that they file to alert vessels and aircraft of where this is happening. So it's going to head out this direction, the green section. The orange section here is a little bit larger. That's in case something goes wrong and ballistic trajectory takes it back into the ocean and it can't turn around. It also has a little extra space there so that when it does turn around, it's got lots of room to do so. And then it's going to come back and land on land. So here's our launch site here. And you can see this is the actual launch complex on the right-hand side. I guess you can't see my mouse. It's on the right-hand side, and on the left-hand side is the landing site. So that's where the actual landing will take place, is on the left side. So they're pretty much right next to each other. And then the other nice thing you can see here, there's also this is where the second stage is going to re-enter. So it'll make 2 orbits. The second stage, even after separation, the second stage will make 2 orbits, and then they'll deorbit the second stage and basically crash land that into the ocean right near Hawaii here. So it's actually surprisingly close to Hawaii, but it's obviously safe or they wouldn't be doing it. So, so that's our direction that we're heading here today. Whoa, reload the site. I don't want to do that here. Let's just switch off to, we can switch over to this view here while I figure out what just happened to my web browser. Oh, wow, my computer is freaking out. Jeez. So there's a shot of the landing pad there, brand new, some fresh paint out on the landing pad for where this is actually going to be landing. And I also see, it looks like the SpaceX broadcast has gone live, which is a good sign. They're not actually broadcasting yet. They're just, they've started the intro card for the broadcast, so that we've still got some time here. They haven't started talking yet, so we're not missing anything, but I will make sure that we go full screen for that once they do start talking. And what else did we see here? California spiny lobsters don't have claws, says Bill Hurley. Edwards Air Force Base, my house. SpaceX Live is up, yep. Let's see. Yeah, so, and, oh, hello, Jill and Jerry from Niagara Falls. And I've been missing some of the Periscope people here. Go or no go? We're go so far. SpaceX they've started the broadcast, but they haven't started talking yet. So that's usually a good sign that they're going to attempt it. This is an instantaneous launch window here today, so there is no opportunity to delay this, at least not today. If anything goes wrong during the countdown, they will have to cancel for today and move to a different day. So that's pretty typical for polar orbiting satellites, because they're really trying to hit a very specific longitude that they're trying to get this satellite into orbit with. So it's a 1 second window that they need to launch. If they can't do it, there's no room for delay. So, oh, and Gregorius wants to know what's the flight plan. Good question, Gregorius. So here's our timeline here today for what's going to happen. So we are into propellant loading, which is kind of the top section here. So RP1, which is the rocket grade kerosene and liquid oxygen, that loading is underway. They've even started the second stage liquid oxygen loading. So that's underway. So we're getting pretty close here because we're only about, let's see, 17 minutes. Oh, so I guess they haven't started the second stage yet, but we're about 17 minutes from launch before this thing lifts off. So you got 17 more minutes. They'll start the second stage liquid oxygen loading soon. The broadcast probably start in like a minute or two here. They will, and then they're going to count down to 0. You're going to have max Q, engine cutoff, separation. Then they'll turn it around. They'll do that boost back burn, which sends the first stage back towards the launch site. They'll do a entry burn that slows it down, make sure it doesn't completely burn up and destroy itself to slow, so as it comes back into the atmosphere. And then they'll do a final third burn, which is the actual landing burn, and that will hopefully bring it to a nice soft touchdown at the landing site. And then actually, we've got a very short window or period of time, and then satellite deployment is at 12 minutes. So a lot of times these satellite deployments are like 30 or 40 minutes later. It's just 12 minutes today. So, and also, let's see, they're going live here, so I'm going to switch over to it. But also, don't forget too, we got the Mr. Steven boat out in the ocean, ready to attempt another fairing catch. So we got all kinds of craziness happening. We got a potential fairing catch. We got a return to launch site landing. We got just a rocket launch in general. So we got all kinds of things happening here today. And it looks like SpaceX is going live here now. So I'm going to switch it over to the full screen and we'll listen in and see what they have to say. And I'll try not to talk too much.
In Hawthorne, California, and welcome to the webcast of the Saocom 1A mission out of our West Coast launch site at Space Launch Complex 4E, located at Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. My name is Tom Perderio, and I'm a firmware engineer here at SpaceX, and I'll be your host for this evening. Tonight, we'll be placing the Saocom 1A Earth observation satellite into a low Earth orbit for Argentina's Civilian Space Agency, or CONAE. Tonight's launch is scheduled for 7:21 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. That's 0221 hours Coordinated Universal Time, or UTC. Saocom 1A will mark SpaceX's 17th launch of 2018. This evening's launch is also an especially exciting one for SpaceX because it's the first landing back at our Vandenberg launch site. Tonight, following second stage separation, that first stage will return back to the west coast of California and attempt to land on our brand new Vandenberg landing zone called LZ4, which we'll talk about more later in this webcast.
I want to know what happened to LZ3.
Right now, you're looking at a live view of that rocket out on the launch pad at Vandenberg Air Force Base, which is about 225 kilometers north of SpaceX headquarters where we are right now. Now, Vandenberg is notorious for its fog, but as you can see, today is a very rare, clear day at the launch site. The only fog you can see is the gaseous liquid oxygen bleeding off from the vehicle itself, so it means that we're in great shape to launch today from Vandenberg. That first stage, the two-stage Falcon 9 vehicle is standing 229 feet tall, which is slightly taller than a 21-story building. The first stage, which is the bottom two-thirds of the rocket right here, has 9 powerful Merlin 1D engines right at the bottom. These 9 Merlin engines will light at T-0 and lift the vehicle from the launch pad up through the Earth's atmosphere and into space. On top of that first stage is the black carbon fiber inner stage, and on top of that is the second stage, which will then, after separation, take the spacecraft to its eventual destination in orbit. These stages separate at about 2.5 minutes into flight, and the first stage is the part of the rocket that we'll be attempting to recover today. And this first stage is actually a flight-proven first stage that previously launched in the Iridium 7 mission out of Vandenberg, this exact same launch site, back in July of this year. While this would not be the first time we're landing the first stage launched from Vandenberg, all of our previous West Coast landings have been done out at sea via our autonomous spaceport drone ship fleet. This will be the first attempt to bring this first stage back to land at Vandenberg. You'll also notice there's a nose cone-shaped structure right at the top of the rocket. This is called the satellite fairing. This fairing houses the Saocom 1A satellite and protects it until the vehicle is outside the Earth's atmosphere, at which point the fairing separates to expose the satellite to space for eventual separation. For this particular mission, we're not going to be attempting to recover the fairing. However, SpaceX will continue to make ongoing attempts in future launches to recover the fairing for reuse.
I thought they were going to attempt recovery for that fairing today. I guess not. Bummer. I thought we had all kinds of things happening today, but sounds like
with
no
almost
Mr. Steven
13
today.
minutes left until the launch, let's check in on how the rocket's doing as we get closer. We are currently working no issues with the rocket. That Falcon 9 you can see on your screen has been loading propellants since T-minus 35 minutes. The second stage is now completely fueled for launch, and the first stage is on track to finish fueling about T-minus 6 minutes before launch. Liquid oxygen, or LOX, is loading is in progress for both stages, and the next major activity is going to be the opening of the valves between the first stage propellant tanks and the engines to chill down their turbopumps prior to ignition in the last seconds of countdown. The Air Force's West Range operates out of Vandenberg and monitors air, sea, and weather conditions. Currently, that range is giving us a go for launch. We track both upper altitude winds, ground altitude winds, and cloud rules for launch, and right now all 3 of those weather conditions are both tracking towards a go for launch. As you can see on the pad and the view on your screen right now, the sunset is just about finished at Vandenberg, and not a single cloud in the sky, so we couldn't ask for better weather for our West Coast launch site. One thing to note for our Southern California viewers, due to a twilight launch, there is an increased possibility of seeing the contrail produced as the rocket passes through the atmosphere from all of Southern California. Additionally, people in the close vicinity of our Vandenberg site may hear a sonic boom when the vehicle reaches supersonic speeds. Because this is a low Earth orbit mission, tonight's flight has an instantaneous launch window, so if we're delayed for any reason tonight, we will need to scrub for the night and try again later in the week. The next launch opportunity for this particular payload to reach its orbit is Thursday, October 11th at 7:21 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, big gap there if they do have to scrub.
Tonight's launch is of the Saocom 1A satellite for our customer, CONAE. CONAE is the government of Argentina's National Civilian Space Agency, and Saocom 1A is part of a two-satellite system that will use radar technology known as synthetic aperture radar, or SAR, to monitor the Earth. Saocom 1A will provide soil moisture information for agricultural purposes and also assist with rapid response during natural disasters. Saocom 1A will also be the biggest antenna in space for a civil mission. The second nearly identical satellite, called Saocom 1B, will be launched in the near future, also aboard a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. Today we'll be launching Saocom 1A into low Earth orbit, and the satellite will be deployed just over T plus 12.5 minutes into flight. With the launch coming up in just about T minus 10 minutes, let's take a closer look at the capabilities of this satellite.
I gotta turn it down here. They got some music going on, and YouTube will freak out if I play the music. They'll give me a copyright strike. I've learned this the hard way many times. So they're not talking here, but they got their music playing and some of the stats going up here, and we've got a pretty cool view of the actual satellite itself. It always surprises me how much bigger the satellites are when you see them next to people than what I expect them to be in person. I don't know, for some reason I always expect satellites to be really small, but they're actually quite large. This is actually not that large of a satellite. It's probably a medium-sized satellite. So we've got some time before they launch. We're about 10 minutes out here. So it's no Mr. Steven happening today. So they're not going to do the fairing catch. But they did say, it actually looks like, I wasn't sure how much light you'd actually be able to see, but you still see some light on the horizon from sunset, meaning we may get a pretty awesome view of the contrail or the exhaust plume as it rises in the atmosphere. So that's pretty exciting, at least. This seems to be using space video, which is well, actually, yeah. This is basically just coming off of SpaceX's webcast here directly, but there is a bit of a delay because it's coming to me first, and then it's coming back out to you guys and broadcasting. So yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a delay, but by the time you see it, it actually ends up being like 30 seconds or something. So somebody wants to know if I'm in Manitoba. No, or maybe they're talking to somebody else, but. I'm in Rochester, New York. I am not there. I would love to be there, but no, I am not in. I'm not in Vandenberg or in Manitoba. So what was I saying about the launch? Yeah, no Mr. Steven. We might see the contrail. I feel like there was something else that I was going to say on that topic, but I don't recall. Are you still, Gaming Freaks says, are you still stressed from trying to dock the BFR in our Kerbal gaming session? Yeah, a little bit. I got to get back to that and try again. Oh, I know what I was going to say. What I was going to tell you is you should stick around after the launch, because after launch, we're going to give away a mission patch. If we get a successful launch today, we'll give away a mission patch, and we'll probably give away some stickers as well. We got all kinds of stickers and mission patch, and I feel like this is... we've got a lot of them to do, but I feel like we should give away a Delta IV Heavy beach ball as well. Don't you think? Should we give another one away? I know it's a SpaceX launch and all, but we would give some love to ULA and give away a ULA beach ball. Oh, hello. Oh, he's talking again. Let's
back at Vandenberg Air Force Base. In order to accomplish this, the first stage executes a series of 3 engine burns: boost back, re-entry, and landing. This animation will give you a better idea of exactly what that first stage is going to do.
Ooh,
so right now you can see the first stage ascending into the atmosphere, carrying the second stage. At about 2.5 minutes into flight, that second stage pops off, and the first stage executes a boost back burn to come back towards the pad. It then executes an entry burn to slow itself down, and then finally, in conjunction with opening its landing legs, it comes down for a landing burn right over the pad. Land landings have a number of advantages over water landings. First, they're not subject to ocean storms that might affect the drone ship. And secondly, landing on land significantly streamlines our post-launch processing of the recovered first stage. With land landings, we're able to refurbish the boosters right here at our facilities in Vandenberg rather than waiting for the drone ship to return all the way back to port. These types of efforts support our future goal of a 24-hour turnaround from landing to reflight. The ability to land rockets back on land at Vandenberg has been made possible through our recent Block 5 upgrades, including increasing the rocket's power so the vehicle is able to propel itself all the way back to land after accomplishing its primary mission. If successful today, this will be the first land landing of a Block 5 vehicle. To enable land landings, we also had to create a new landing zone, LZ4. You can see in these shots exactly how close to the launch site that landing zone 4 pad is. Work began on LZ4 back in 2016 and took about a year to complete. The site actually has an interesting history. Space Launch Complex 4, or SLC-4 for short, which is the entire thing you can see on your screen right here, was originally 2 separate launch pads, SLC-4 East and SLC-4 West. That first flew the Titan rocket family before being taken over by SpaceX. SpaceX refurbished SLC-4 East for the first Vandenberg Falcon 9 launch back in September of 2013, which is actually the first SpaceX flight that I saw as an employee. The other pad, SLC-4 West, has now been reconstructed as LZ-4 to receive the rockets that launch literally right next door. Of course, both launch and landing pads are both clear of all personnel in the hours leading up to the launch. Now, it's important to note that regardless of how many successes we have, landing a first stage, much like launching the rocket itself, is always a very challenging task. Furthermore, because this is the first time we're landing the rocket back on land at Vandenberg, right next to the launch pad, this is an especially tricky one. Our most important objective tonight is to deliver the satellite Saocom 1A to orbit, but landing a first stage would be a significant achievement as well. If all goes well, we should be able to bring you live video coverage of the landing attempt as it happens.
You know, I did kind of think of this when I was looking at how close the launch and landing was.
We are now just under 5 minutes away from the launch and still tracking no issues. At about T-minus 4.5 minutes, coming up very shortly, that transporter erector, the tower standing right next to the rocket, sometimes referred to as the strongback, will begin to retract away from the vehicle. The strongback's job is to transport the vehicle from the hangar to the launch pad and lift it to a vertical position, retracting just prior to launch. Inside of T-minus 90 seconds, you'll see a large plume of gaseous oxygen venting. This is just a normal part of the LOX bleed-off process. And then, finally, at about T-minus 60 seconds, you'll hear the launch team call out, "Falcon 9 is in startup." This indicates that the Falcon 9's internal flight computers have taken control of the countdown. Just in summary, the range is still giving us the okay for launch. The weather continues to look beautiful. In fact, most of the SpaceX team is either outside of our headquarters or at Vandenberg itself to watch this beautiful launch tonight. As a reminder, if anyone calls for hold in the countdown net, we will have a backup launch opportunity on Thursday at the same time. Like I was saying, we are monitoring no problems with upper level winds or ground level winds, and there is not a cloud in sight. So with just about 5 minutes until launch, or excuse me, with just about 3.5 minutes until launch, let's listen into the countdown nets as we approach T-minus 0.
So a little bit of a lean back there from the transport erector. So that's going to lean back just a tiny bit before launch, and then right at launch it will go way back. Hopefully they have, it sounds like they have the pad mic'd up, which is always awesome to hear all the pad sounds. They've been doing a really good job of micing up.
Stage 1 launch is closed out.
The launch pad. So yeah, we're less than 3 minutes away. Somebody wanted to know time sync. I think if you're in California, my feed is probably about 20 to 30 seconds behind real time. So if you're trying to see this out the window, you may want to go outside when it says T-minus 20 seconds, because what you're seeing is probably 20 to 30 seconds delayed from actual real time. So is it launching from Florida? No, this is in California. West Coast launch first. West Coast, return to launch site, landing attempt. So this is really exciting. And we should get live video feed of the whole thing. We don't have to worry about shaky antennas on the drone ship or anything like that. We should get a pretty clear picture of the landing. And it's a clear night. Hopefully we see it for quite a ways coming in. We'll be able to see all those burns. Depending on what they show us for camera angles, we'll be able to see them all. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. We're 2 minutes away. Jesse Grace on my local hill, ready to watch. I'm assuming you're on the West Coast. I'm super jealous.
Stage 2 LOX load is closed out.
If you're actually going to see this, hopefully should be an awesome contrail. If there's still a little bit of sunlight, you can still see a little light in the distance from sunset. So hopefully, once it gets in the upper atmosphere, you should see that contrail light up from some of the sunlight that's still reaching it. Here's our last big liquid oxygen.
Gas closeouts have started.
Right there, yeah. I will shut up when we actually get to launch time, but just excited. I'm excited for this. We got just about a minute left here. Watch for a green flash right by the engine bells. That's the T-tab, the igniter fluid that's actually going to ignite
Falcon
the rocket.
Startup.
You'll see a little green flash right before the engines ignite. "45 seconds now. And stick around
Falcon
after
9
launch.
Saocom, go for launch
Give
and
away some
landing.
stuff afterwards on the YouTube channel. We're going to give away some stuff. So after launch, we'll stick around for a little while, all the way to satellite deployment, probably a little bit after that. And throw some likes and some hearts in too, right? Helps me out.
15 seconds.
Here we go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff. Just cleared the tower.
Stage 1 props nominal.
She's off. Waiting to see if we see any
Power and telemetry nominal.
All telemetry stations are receiving.
You're looking at the Falcon 9 rocket as it ascends through the atmosphere, carrying the Saocom 1A satellite to low Earth orbit.
Vehicle supersonic.
Right now, the vehicle is passing through max Q, which is the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure on the airframe. The vehicle actually throttles itself down for this portion of the flight in order to reduce structural stresses.
Stage separation is about 2 minutes and 25 seconds into the flight here, so we got about another
Altitude
minute.
30 kilometers.
For those of you just joining us, we did have a successful liftoff from the pad at Vandenberg Air Force Base at 7:21 p.m., just as expected. Coming up at T plus 2 minutes and 19 seconds, we're going to have a series of 5 events happening all very, very quickly together. That's going to be main engine cutoff, stage separation, second engine start, boost back burn start, and fairing deploy. It's going to happen really fast, so let's watch the views we have on your screen.
100.
There, you can kind of see, that's a pretty cool
Coming
shot
up
of
in about
contrast.
10 seconds.
It's not quite lighting up as much as I thought, but here we go. 2 views from inside the interstage. One's looking up at the second stage, and the one on the right's looking down back at the first stage. One on the left that's actually inside the engine bell there.
And there you have it. We had a successful main engine cutoff and then a good stage separation of that first stage.
There it is.
You can see the second stage Merlin vacuum engine lighting up right now, heating up and preparing to boost that payload the rest of the way in towards its intended orbit.
Stage 1 boost back is
You should see that fairing deploy on the right-hand side of your screen right now. And there it is. Good fairing deploy.
Fairing separation confirmed.
So right now, what you can see is two separate views. On the left-hand side of your screen, you can see the that's a view from the top of the first stage of the Falcon 9, currently executing a boost back burn. This is a shot from the ground as we can see it here in California.
That's pretty cool.
And on the right-hand side of your screen, you can see the bottom of the second stage as its Merlin vacuum engine continues to push that Saocom 1A satellite into low Earth orbit.
Stage 1 boost back is shut down.
That is awesome.
That second stage will continue burning its Merlin 1 vacuum engine all the way until 10 minutes into flight.
You can see the thruster fire, the thrusters firing there.
Nominal.
That's pretty awesome.
What you're seeing on the left-hand side of your screen is a beautiful shot from the ground in California of the exhaust gases of that first stage.
That is awesome. This is an awesome view right here. I love this. This one right over my shoulder.
Viewers in California may be able to see this from outside. You can see the grid fins on the side of the rocket have extended.
That was cool. Go back to that ground view. You could see like every thruster fire from the ground. That was pretty incredible. Like every time one of the thrusters fires to steer it a little bit, you can see it like right there. That's pretty awesome. That is a great view. Didn't expect that.
Those puffs of gas coming from the rocket that you can see from the ground are the reaction control system on that first stage as it maintains its attitude coming back down towards the pad.
Look at that. I can't believe how well you can see that from the ground.
The boost back burn is now complete from that first stage. The next thing coming up at 5 minutes and 56 seconds will be the start of the entry burn. This entry burn happens just as the first stage hits the thicker regions of the atmosphere, so it can slow itself down and avoid damage to those 9 Merlin engines, which are entering first into the atmosphere.
And that ground view, like,
you can see periodic bursts from those cold gas thrusters on the side of the first stage.
If you're in California watching this has got to be an amazing sight. Like you can see the whole rocket, the entire thing. And we haven't even done the entry burn yet. It's just trying. It's done the boost back burn, so it's heading back towards the launch site, and it's going to start coming in screaming fast. They're going to have to slow it down with the entry burn, and then we'll have a third burn, which will be the actual landing burn.
So for those of you just joining us, we are currently following the first stage as it heads back towards the LZ-4 at Vandenberg Air Force Base on the left-hand side of your screen, and on the right is the second stage of the rocket as it continues to ascend towards low Earth orbit. There it is. That's the start of the entry burn of that Falcon 9 first stage. This burn is only about 30 seconds. Right now, that first stage is mostly empty of fuel, so it's actually pretty light. Doesn't need that much force to slow it down.
That is pretty awesome. You see the whole burn there, shut down.
Stage 1 entry burn is shut down.
And that looks like the shutdown of the entry burn. You're getting views both from the top of the Falcon 9 first stage as it comes down through the air, and also from the ground, visible from California.
Stage 1 FTS is safe.
You can see the ground coming up. Pretty sure those are lights on the ground there. And landing is...
Seeing that the sun is now below the horizon, we probably won't see much more of the first stage until it lights up its engines for the final landing burn. That's going to happen at T plus 7 minutes and 14 seconds. So coming up almost in about 5 seconds now.
And landing should be... Landing's supposed to be about 7:45, so about 30 seconds here. 7:45 on the mission.
There it is. That's the start of the landing burn.
Stage 1 landing burn has started.
Land it. Stick to landing.
That Falcon 9 first stage should be approaching the ground just about in 5 seconds here. Let's watch as it attempts to land.
There it is. Land it.
Stage 1 landing legs at the point. Vandenberg 4, the Falcon is landed. Landing on
And it appears that the Falcon 9 first stage has just stuck the landing at LZ4 at Vandenberg Air Force Base. This is great news for everyone here at SpaceX. Reminder that this is the first time we've ever landed a rocket first stage back at Vandenberg Air Force Base. Great news for everyone here. We're all extremely excited. Like I said, most of our team is at the launch site right now, and they must be out of their minds. So that is awesome. Right now, however, that is not the end of our mission today. The primary mission is still ongoing. On the center of your screen, you can see that Merlin vacuum engine attached to the second stage, still pushing the Saocom 1A satellite into low Earth orbit. We're going to continue thrusting that Merlin vacuum engine until T plus 10 minutes and 8 seconds, when that second stage engine will cut off. That's an event called SECO, second engine cutoff 1.
That was a pretty awesome landing. That was crazy that you could see the boost back burn. You could see all the thrusters firing from the ground. Oh man, that was awesome. So SECO should be about 1 minute to SECO here. So that's the second stage engine cutoff. And then satellite deployments only 3 minutes away. So we're going to go all the way to satellite deployment. Will be pretty quick today. A lot of times there's a big coast period, but not today.
Once SECO happens in about 45 seconds, the next big event is going to be payload separation, happening at T plus 12 minutes and 39 seconds.
That was amazing. We might have to go back and look at some of those boost back burn shots.
Terminal guidance.
That was crazy. And stick around. We're going to give away. We're just waiting. SECO's going to happen soon.
Second stage engine cutoff coming up
patch and
in 10 seconds.
Some stickers to give away. Oh, and the beach ball. Forgot about the beach ball. Don't let me forget about the beach ball. Did it roll away? Didn't roll away. It's still there. It's still next to me.
And there it is. You can see that that second stage engine has shut down. We're now waiting confirmation that the stage is in a good orbit, exactly where we intend it to be.
Kind of looks like it's. I don't know what's going on with that flickering there. Oh, and you can see. So there's the stage 2.
And we have confirmation of a good orbit. This is great news. That means that there's only one more thing we have to do in order to get the Saocom 1A satellite to its destination in orbit, and that is payload deployment.
Oh, it's a vent up top. I couldn't see. That flickering up top was so bright, but there's a vent up top on the second stage there. Pretty sure that's a liquid oxygen vent there on the second stage. That's flickering. That big white light that's flickering at the top. I think that's a liquid oxygen vent at the top.
Right now, the Saocom 1A payload is attached to the top of the second stage with a payload adapter fitting, which is holding on by way of some clamps and some small springs. When we give the signal to release the satellite at T plus 12 minutes and 39 seconds, give or take, those clamps will release and the springs will give the Saocom 1A satellite a gentle push away from the top of the second stage.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a liquid oxygen vent at the top. You can see all the liquid oxygen frozen now on the vent.
On your screen right now, you're looking from the top of the second stage towards the Saocom 1A payload. That deployment's going to be happening in about 50 seconds, 50 seconds.
Yeah, so the satellite deployment's coming up really quick here now. No big long coast period today. This is gonna happen quick here. And then we'll give away some stuff, and then that's it. We might have to go back and look at a replay because that was pretty awesome. That view from the ground of the boost back burn was amazing. Look at the liquid oxygen up on the very top there. You can see this like ball of white. That's frozen liquid oxygen. Well, I guess it's not liquid anymore. It's solid oxygen.
Stand by for satellite separation
condensation
in about 10 seconds.
Ice crystals.
And there it is. You can see on your screen
Separation confirmed.
the Saocom 1A satellite gently gliding away from the top of the Falcon 9 second stage. This is fantastic news. This means that the Saocom 1A satellite has been put into its correct orbit, and the mission of the Falcon 9 is complete. So with that, we are going to be bringing the webcast to a close. Just a reminder, this was the fastest turnaround time for a West Coast relaunch. Just about 2 months from landing to relaunch. To summarize what happened here today, we did have a good launch at 7:21 p.m. from the pad at Vandenberg Air Force Base. We then had a good ascent, and the first stage returned all the way back to LZ4 for a beautiful shot. As you can see on the right-hand side of your screen, that Falcon 9 just completed the first ever landing on the West Coast for SpaceX. After that, we had a good boost into orbit by the second stage, and finally a successful spacecraft separation for the Saocom 1A satellite into low Earth orbit. With that, we'd like to thank our customer CONAE for tonight's mission and their great support. We'd also like to thank the U.S. Air Force for the range support, as well as the Federal Aviation Administration. Continue to follow us on SpaceX.com for future missions and milestones, as well as our Twitter and our Instagram profiles. And if you are as excited as I am and as we are here by what you've seen tonight, and you want to join our team, please visit SpaceX.com/careers to learn more about working at SpaceX. Thank you to all of our viewers for your continued support, and please have a great night.
That's it. That's the end of the SpaceX broadcast. How awesome was that? That was so awesome. That boost back burn was incredible. That was amazing. We got to go back and watch that, and then we'll give away some stuff. So here's the thing. I'll tell you about the giveaways here, and then I'll give you the opportunity to get entered, and then we'll actually do the drawings. So the drawings are done by Nightbot, and you're only eligible for the drawing. So we got a beach ball we're giving away. The beach ball's got a nice, let's see, which way does it go? Nice Delta 4 Heavy here on the beach ball from the Parker Solar Probe launch, courtesy of ULA. They gave us donated a bunch of these for us to give away, and there's the Parker Solar Probe there. So we'll give away a beach ball here today. Yo! We'll give away an official NASA TESS mission patch, which is getting chroma keyed out, which is really weird. But anyways, we'll give away an official mission patch from the NASA TESS mission. This is legit. This is the real deal. And then we'll give away some Overlook Horizon stickers and a Space Lobster sticker. We got all kinds of cool stuff we can give away here today. So we got some stickers. There's a Space Lobster sticker, got an Overlook Horizon sticker, and NASA TESS mission patch and a beach ball, and then we can call it a day. But here's how you can win if you want to win it, and then we'll go back and watch the thing. Is you got to go over to the YouTube channel to win, and you just have to leave a comment on the YouTube channel. So let's see, where's my... Don't I have a thing that says what our YouTube channel is? Maybe I don't have that. But it's youtube.com/OLHZN. I thought I had a little thing here that would show up so I could show it to you, but I don't know where it is. It's gone. It's missing. Okay. Where did it go? Reset position. It's gone. I don't know. It's supposed to be on screen right now, but I don't see it. Do you? youtube.com/OLHZN. All you got to do is just leave a comment. Just say hi. Keep it something appropriate. Just say hi, whatever you want, and then Nightbot will pick a winner on the YouTube channel. So youtube.com/OLHZN. Throw in a comment here, and let me actually before I tell you that, let me turn on the Nightbot, because Nightbot's going to start keeping track of. Nightbot will keep track of comments for I think 15 minutes. So let me actually get it turned on so it starts keeping track of your comments here. Hold on. Let me make sure I don't want anybody to miss out here. All right, there we go. YouTube or Nightbot is tracking our comments for the giveaway. So starting now, throw your comments in on the YouTube channel and say hello or something. And let us know where you're from, or let us know what you thought of the launch, and that'll enter you for a chance to win our mission patch or our beach ball. We'll choose separate winners for all of those. There are some official rules. There's a link in the YouTube channel. You got to be in the U.S., Canada, the UK, anywhere in the European Union. The only exceptions are, I'm going to have to try to remember this, they're in the official rules, but if you're in Quebec, can't win. If you're in Italy, can't win. and there's somewhere else in the European Union that it's exempt, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's in the official rules. I don't know. There's a couple. For some reason, it's really hard to give away free stuff. They got all kinds of laws and rules and stuff. I wish I could just give it to anybody, but it is what it is. We got to follow the rules. So there we go. But all right, let's go back while everybody's getting their comments in. I just want to jump back here real quick, and I want to rewind that to the boost back burn, because that was incredible. That was so amazing. Where's my mouse here? Let's go back to, like, look at this here. Where was that? Which one was the boost back burn? Oh, wait, so there's liftoff. Let's see, fast forward. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. That was incredible. So, like, right here, I'm going to we'll turn the sound off so I can talk. But so you had the fairing deployment there that was on the right-hand side. It finished the boost back burn, and then it was using the reaction control thrusters to kind of reorient itself. Right there, look at that. So I think that's still in the boost back burn, but the rocket is up kind of in sunlight, so you're able to see, I don't know what's going on there, but this is incredible. And then every time those reaction control thrusters fired was amazing. I love this. This is so cool. You don't see that very often. Like, look at those things fire. Like, you can see every single thruster fire from the ground, which is incredible. It is so amazing. I don't know. That was the best part, I think, of the entire launch. So that is crazy. And then we had shots of that pretty much the whole way down. And if you're like, so I've got a bunch of people in California that are commenting. I see a whole bunch of people on Facebook commenting. Said John saw it clear as day in Los Angeles. Renee said that was so cool. I watched it from our backyard. Somebody else said, Carrie said, we're 60 feet above sea level. It was an incredible fountain of rocket light. And they heard 2 low booms, so the sonic boom. Usually there's 3 sonic booms associated with the landing. So usually each, the engine bells, the landing legs, and the grid fins, each one of them gives off a separate sonic boom. So usually they're in rapid succession. So it's like boom, 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 that you hear those sonic booms. That's typically what you hear for the landing, is 3 quick sonic booms. So a bunch of people in California saw it clear as day. That's amazing. I am so jealous that you got to see that clear as day. Uploft, Me said, I heard it and saw it from my backyard. Amazing. That is fantastic. I am so jealous of everybody's just bragging that they saw it from their backyard. Oh, I wish I could have seen it. That's pretty awesome. Yuba City, California. Crystal saw it from there. That's crazy. Let's see. Someone said they were watching it from their backyard but didn't want to bring a camera. No, I think somebody said they actually periscoped it live from their backyard. So I'm sure there's some live periscopes. Somebody must have live periscoped it, right? Or live streamed it from their backyard. Anyways, so we also got a bunch of people that say it was fake and a conspiracy. So we got all kinds of opinions happening here now. Watched it from Michigan. I don't think you saw it. You probably didn't see it live from Michigan, but you must just be talking about our stream. Is there going to be a landing tonight too, says Jorge. Oh, you missed it. We already had the landing. This is actually a replay here now that we're watching here on the screen. I actually forgot we was still playing. I was watching all the comments here come in. But Nicholas in Long Beach saw it. It was really cool. Yeah, here's some more footage of the, what are we at? This must be the entry burn. This is a replay. So yeah, we're replaying here now. It's already happened, but this is a replay of the entry burn right there, of it coming back in. It's amazing how clear you can see. I don't know, the thruster fires were pretty awesome. And then it kind of goes dark. You can still see a little flicker there, but now it's completely out of sunlight. The sunlight was in the upper atmosphere, but you could still see the ground. Like, you could see the ground lights there, a little bit of thruster movements, reaction control thrusters. You can kind of see an outline of the grid fins there. And then it's going to come in for landing. Oh, Bob Wells says, I wish I could share the photos here. Oh, Bob, if you took some photos, tweet it to us at OLHCN on Twitter. I'll retweet some photos. If anybody's in California and actually got to see this, tweet us some photos, tag us in it at OLHCN, and I'll retweet some of them that you send over my way, because I don't know, I'm super jealous. It's going to pain me every time I have to retweet them. But I'm happy for you guys that got to see it live. And this is a replay of the landing burn today. So this was just a few minutes ago. That was crazy. And you actually can see, could probably turn the sound back up for this.
Seconds here. Let's watch as it attempts to land.
Stage 1, landing legs at the point.
Look at that. How awesome is that?
Vandenberg LZ4, the Falcon is landed. Landing on
And it appears that the Falcon 9...
That is crazy. That is awesome. So there's the replay for that. Oh, that was so incredible, and I'm super jealous for anybody that got to see that. Got to see that live from California. So, all right, so why don't we give away some stuff? Make sure you got your comments in. Looks like we got a whole bunch of eligible users. Again, if you want to win any of the stuff that we're about to give away, you got to go to youtube.com/OLHZN and leave a comment. Nightbot is going to choose from one of the commenters, and we'll pick some winners here in just a second here. But just to recap, I'll give you just one more minute here to get your comments in, and we'll recap what we're giving away. First thing we'll give away is a NASA test mission patch. This is an official mission patch from the NASA test launch on a Falcon 9 back in April. So we got some of these to give away. Well, we're giving away one today, but we're going to give away a NASA test mission patch. Then we'll give away number 2 will be the Delta IV Heavy beach ball from the Parker Solar Probe launch, courtesy of United Launch Alliance. I know this was a SpaceX launch, but hey, let's give United Launch Alliance some love, and we'll give away, who doesn't like free stuff? It's a free beach ball. Why wouldn't you like a free space beach ball? And then we'll give away a Space Lobster mission patch sticker from our high-altitude weather balloon flights, and Overlook Horizon sticker also from our flights. And then we'll call it a day. So we'll do 4 giveaways here, and give some stuff away. Again, there's a couple places that aren't allowed to win, so make sure you check the official rules. For the most part, it's the U.S., Canada, the United Kingdom, and the European Union that can win. There's some exceptions like Quebec and Italy. You're out. Sorry. There's one more country in the European Union, but I can't remember. But those are where you can win. If you win it and you're not eligible, let us know. I can't ship it there anyways. I'm not legally allowed to. I wish I could, because I would just assume I'd just give it away to whoever won. I don't care where it goes. But for some reason, there's legal restrictions that I'm not allowed to send it to those places. So it is what it is. But so here we go. We'll give it away. And so we've been doing these giveaways for a while here now, and I saw Jay Fuller mentioned it. He said the patch is great. I have one. Lucky me. I think Jay is one of the previous winners of our mission patch. If you've won something previously, you can win again as long as it's not the same thing. If you already won a patch, you can't win another patch. But if you won a patch and you happen to win the sticker today, hey, good for you. But you just can't win the same thing twice. So if that comes up as well, let us know. All right, I think I talked for long enough. Let's give it away. Killer KT says, you're out, sorry. Yeah, sorry. People, oh, there we go. Gregorius is letting us know who's out. So our exceptions are Quebec, France, Sweden, and Italy. You can't win. I'm sorry. I wish you could. Legal stuff. Those they get you every time. Let's see. Why no Mr. Steven tonight? I don't know why no Mr. Steven. My belief is they were doing a lot of work on the Mr. Steven ship. They just put the arms back on. They had the whole thing disassembled up until like yesterday or the day before. So I'm just guessing it wasn't ready because they were making a ton of changes and upgrades to it. So I'm guessing that's why there's no Mr. Steven today. I'm guessing they were changing so much and doing so many upgrades, it just wasn't ready. That's my guess. Complete speculation. So, all right. So people on YouTube, let's give it away. Here we come. We're gonna let Nightbot pick a winner here. Let me get the Nightbot up. Again, head over to youtube.com/OLHCN. Get your comment in. You got about 2 seconds because I'm going to hit the roll it. And their first winner here for today will be for the NASA TESS mission patch. So this is first. And let me see, make sure we got all our people here that are good. Yeah, I think everything's good to go. All right, so we're going to let, oh, what happened here? There we go. Okay, so we're going to let Nightbot pick a winner. All right, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and roll it. And there we go. Our mission patch sticker giveaway winner is Maryland's. Maryland has won our mission patch, not mission patch sticker, mission patch. It's a real patch. It's a sewn mission patch. So there you go, Maryland. Congratulations. What you got to do to actually get it is send me a direct message on either Facebook or Twitter, or if YouTube still has direct messages, I don't think they do. Or go to overlookhorizon.com/contact us and or /contact, and you can send us an email through there as well. You just got to let me know where you want me to send it to. Send me an address, and I will send the NASA TESS mission patch out to you, Maryland. Congratulations. Yeah, John says big delay from the chat. Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. There is a bit of a delay. I think it's like 20 or 30 seconds. Wish I could make that shorter, but not so much. So there you go. Send me that. So next up is the beach ball. So this ULA sent us a bunch of these beach balls, which was so awesome of them. So huge shout out to United Launch Alliance. It's got the Delta IV Heavy rocket there. It says Delta IV Heavy Parker Solar Probe. It's got the ULA United Launch Alliance logo there and a little shot of the Parker Solar Probe. It's supposed to be, it's like a sun. So it's the Parker Solar Probe flying in front of the sun. The beach ball is the sun, and that's the idea here. But they're pretty cool. So if you want to win this, we'll do another drawing for this. Big money, no whammy, says Deborah. It's beach ball time. Let's see. Usually a 20-second delay for any YouTube stream. Yeah, that's about average for YouTube streams. They do some processing or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it's about 20-second delay, which is why I drag this out, because there's some things that I say that I want you to hear before I hit the drawing button, and I know there's like a 20-second delay, so I want you to hear that before I hit draw it, because if I hit draw it, you're going to see the comment before you hear me talk about it. Anyways, all right, so let's give away a beach ball. So let's see. Where's my Nightbot? Let me go back to the Nightbot, and we will pick another winner for the beach ball, the beach space balls. What? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, beach ball, roll it. There we go. Shannon. Shannon has won a beach ball here. The Parker Solar Probe beach ball goes to Shannon. Congratulations to Shannon for the beach ball. Again, you got to tell me where to send it to. So send me a direct message on Facebook. Facebook.com/overlookhorizon. Send me a direct message on Twitter, twitter.com/OLHCN, or go to overlookhorizon.com/contact and fire off an email and let me know where you want me to ship it to, and that's where it will go. So congratulations to Shannon for winning the beach ball. All right, we got 2 more things to give away, and we'll do some more, and then we'll call it a night here. So next up is the Space Lobster mission patch sticker here, courtesy of these are our flights that we did. The Space Lobster flight was Overlook Horizon 15, and this little mission patch sticker design was designed by Alex Ziggyful on our YouTube channel there. So thank you very much to him for designing this logo for us. And so we got a bunch of these stickers here, which if you don't win the sticker, you can always go to overlookhorizon.com/shop and buy a sticker. They're not very expensive, and they help support our 501c3 nonprofit charity for doing these space flight videos and our weather balloon flights and all that kind of stuff. So if you don't win the Space Lobster sticker, you can still buy a Space Lobster sticker. Overlookhorizon.com/shop. They're not very expensive. They're like I don't know. I think it's like $3 plus like $1 for shipping. So it's like $5. You get a sticker, and you help support our broadcasts and our weather balloon flights that we do during the summertime. We're kind of slowing down a little bit. We may do one possibly if the weather's good, but we're kind of slowing down for our flights until springtime. But we usually do our flights in the spring and summer. So all right. Let's see. Oh, and Carrie says my name is on a card on the Parker Solar Probe. Her kids think she's a nerd because she registered. Well, I registered, and the Space Lobster registered. So the Space Lobster actually has a ticket on the Parker Solar Probe as well. There's one for me personally and one for the Space Lobster. All right. Oh, Dr. Teddy says he'll fly the Space Lobster sticker on his Mavic Pro. I like this idea. Well, let's see if Nightbot will pick Dr. Teddy to fly the sticker on his Mavic Pro, or one of our other awesome YouTube commenters here. We're gonna let YouTube make another pick here for let's see. So got everything? Yeah, okay. Just making sure I got it reset here and ready to pick another winner. All right. I got a lot of people like Tyler are giving Nightbot some compliments, thinking that maybe Nightbot will think favorably of them. But yeah, Gregorius throwing out a reminder. You got to contact me so I know where to send it. Otherwise, I don't know where to send it. But okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, roll it. There we go. Christopher is the winner of the Space Lobster sticker for here. So again, Christopher, contact me, direct message on Facebook, Twitter, or overlookhorizon.com/contact, and that Space Lobster sticker will go out tomorrow. So if you contact me today, same thing with the patch and the beach ball. They'll all go out tomorrow if you send me an address where you want it to go today. Oh, and Jay Fuller said he sent over a couple pics and a video of launch from Los Angeles. So yeah, if you send those over on our Twitter account, I will definitely retweet and definitely pick some to retweet out after the broadcast here today. So, all right, we got one more thing to give away, which is just one of our Overlook Horizon stickers. We'll give one of these guys away, another mission patch sticker. This is kind of our general company mission patch. Here we go. Thanks for the sticker and the beach ball. Oh yeah, Joy won. Joy is one of the few that was a double winner. I think Joy was at one of our a couple of the late night launches, which you get a little higher chance to win at the late night launches because not as many people hanging out in the late night launches. But there we go. So again, one more thing to give away to our YouTube commenters is the Overlook Horizon sticker. Tomorrow is a male holiday. Oh yeah, tomorrow is Columbus Day. So yeah, you're right. Tomorrow's Columbus Day. I don't know if the post office is open tomorrow. So it might go out on Tuesday because tomorrow's a holiday and the post office might be closed. So there we go. All right. So last thing we give away is our mission patch here, and then we'll call it a day here. All right, so back over, let's get Nightbot reset and ready to pick another YouTube commenter for a winner here. And I think we got it all reset and ready to go. Is that good to go? Let me see. Trying to make sure it's properly keeping track of our commenters here. I have to reset this every time I want to go. Okay, there we go. All right, so I think it's good to go. And all right, 3, 2, 1, and roll it. There we go. Killer Katie. Killer Katie has won the giveaway for the Overlook Horizon sticker. So there we go, Killer Katie. Killer Katie, send me a direct message on Facebook, Twitter, or overlookhorizon.com/contact, and you get the Overlook Horizon mission patch sticker. So, and like I said before, if you really want one of these stickers, particularly, everybody seems to really like the Space Lobster sticker. So thank you, Alex Ziggyful, for that design, because everybody loves that. If you want to buy one, overlookhorizon.com/shop, you can buy these ones too. But there you go. There's our 4 giveaways for the YouTube commenters. If you want to win one of those in the future, we pretty much give away stuff on just about every SpaceX launch. So if you want to join us, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/OLHCN if you're not actually watching on the YouTube channel. If you're watching on Periscope or Facebook and you want to win some of that space swag, we are working to get more space swag for giveaways. I mean, we do kind of give away, it's been a lot of the same thing recently because we've got I have a few mission patches to give away. So not today. We don't want to do too much at once. I know everybody probably wants a mission patch, but we got a couple of those, and I can't even show you how many beach balls United Launch Alliance sent us. But we got some cool stuff to give away, and we're working on getting some more space swag donated to us, so we can give away some more cool stuff and kind of switch it up and get a little more variety going. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/OLHCN, and we'll give away some more stuff on the next launch. We got a little bit of a lag here until the next SpaceX launch. So there's a couple of things, there's a couple launches happening here. I was trying to pull up my launch schedule here. The next one that's coming up is United Launch Alliance launch, which is in about 9 days. That's on October 17th. That's for it's just a communication satellite that's coming up on October 17th. That's at like a midnight launch on I think that's a Wednesday. We got Bepi Colombo launching on Arianespace 5. I'm debating on whether or not we should do a live broadcast for both of those, but I'm thinking that the United Launch Alliance will almost certainly do a live broadcast for that one on October 17th. I'm not sure, should we do the Bepi Colombo launch and host a live broadcast for that? You guys have to let me know what you think for that. But then after that, the next SpaceX live broadcast is going to be Ashale 2, I think, which is the beginning of November. So we got a long time until the next SpaceX one. Like beginning of November, I think, is Ashale 2, which is, I believe it's November 2nd, and that's an East Coast launch. Yeah, Slick 40 on the East Coast. We got SSOA, which will be back on the West Coast later in November. That's another CRS mission later in November. Big downs, a little bit disappointing, but the crew demo mission has been delayed until January, so we won't see a Crew Dragon demo mission, the uncrewed version of the Crewed Dragon demo mission. So it'll be the Crew Dragon, the capsule, just no crew in it. That will fly. Right now, it's been pushed to January. The one with the actual crew, I think, is April is when that's scheduled, or is it June? It might have got pushed to June, I think. I don't remember if it's April or June. I can't remember. It's been moved so many times. Let's see, Crew Dragon flight. Yeah, it still says April. So, because I'm also trying to keep track of the Boeing ones. Maybe they're June. I don't remember who. Yeah, I don't remember who's what timeline. But the SpaceX one is going to be January for the uncrewed test, and then April for the crew test. That's what our current schedule is. Then we also the Falcon Heavy, which was there were two Falcon Heavies, Arabsat 6A, and also the STP-2 for the Air Force. Those are the next Falcon Heavy launches. Both of those have been delayed. So STP-2 is not happening until like late February at the earliest. And Arabsat is still on the schedule for December 31st, which usually means they don't really know a date. They're just throwing it in December. I think that's going to be a 2019 as well. So you might have two Falcon Heavy launches in 2019, but it doesn't look like we're going to see Falcon Heavy go in 2018, which is disappointing because we had so much fun with Falcon Heavy this year, which is where the Space Lobster was born from, was the Falcon Heavy launch. But it's going to be a little while before we actually get another Falcon Heavy. Looks like maybe January at the earliest for Arabsat, I hope. But then you got STP-2, which is February. So there it is, folks. That's what we're looking at. And probably, we really don't, for our weather balloon flights, this is usually about the point where I tell you when the next weather balloon flight is for us. We don't really have any scheduled right now. We usually do spring and summertime is when our weather balloon flights go. So our next like officially scheduled one is not until March, but we are keeping an eye on the weather, and if we see something nice, something decent, we're gonna maybe launch 1 or 2 during the fall and winter. They're not really scheduled though, so we will we'll see how that pans out. What I really want to do for our weather balloon flights is I want to launch one of these guys up on a weather balloon, and I want to see what altitude it fails at. You know, maybe we'll underinflate it a little bit, and then as it rises in the atmosphere on our weather balloon flight, it'll expand, and we'll see if it breaks at some point. And maybe we'll have a Twitter contest or a giveaway contest for one of these. You see if you guys can guess what altitude it'll break at. I think that'd be fun. Whoever gets the closest guess will win the broken one, and I'll send you a new one too. So then you get 2. You get the one that actually flew to the edge of space. It'll be broken, and you'll get one that's still intact. That's my idea. We got to find, this is not a good time for weather balloon launches. They're very difficult to recover in the fall and the winter, but that's the idea. So that's what we're gonna go for. It might not be till spring, but we'll see. So there we go. So Junior, thanks for the broadcast. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody that joined us. We had a ton of commenters today, which is awesome. I love when you guys throw in a whole bunch of comments, because it's really what I feed off of pretty much for the entire broadcast. So Killer Katie says she's wearing an Atlas V shirt right now. So I think Killer Katie won our Overlook Horizon sticker on a YouTube channel there. Let's see. That was who's this? A Boydus family says that was awesome. Thanks for the video. Thanks for joining us. It was pretty awesome. This launch was pretty awesome in general. I think that was a crazy view of the boost back burn. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite so, I don't know. That was just shocking to me. Shocking in a good way. I loved it. I was not expecting that at all, but I'm so glad I got to see this live. I was going to be disappointed if I had to miss it yesterday, because that was when it was originally scheduled for. So Gregorius says Price is Right rules. Yeah, I think when we do the altitude guess for the beach ball, I think we do Price is Right rules. Whoever gets the closest break point without going over. I don't know. Well, I have to think about that. But I think that's Price is Right rules for that. When we actually do that, I have no timeline plan for when we're actually going to launch that. But let's see. You should have seen the crowd that they drew for. Where was this? So Katie's talking about a crowd. Was that for tonight? You're talking about? Yeah, 2019, Cryptic Blue Shift says 2019 is going to be an exciting year for SpaceX. I totally agree. There's a lot happening in 2019. Hopefully 2 Falcon Heavies. We got all the Crew Dragon stuff happening for both SpaceX and for Boeing. So, and that's going to be good for ULA as well. So all kinds of stuff happening. So pretty excited about that. Gypsy Danger says this launch was awesome. I love SpaceX and what they're doing in space flight. Landing the boosters is amazing, and they're getting better and better with each launch. I can't agree more with you, Gypsy Danger. I totally agree. This was an awesome launch and an awesome first landing on the West Coast at Vandenberg. That was incredible. That was fantastic. Taiwan Lee on Periscope says that our weather balloon flights are brought to you by the CGI department. I always laugh when people say that our weather balloon flights are CGI, because if you knew how terrible I was at attempting to do CGI, like I've attempted to do animations just for our YouTube channel, and I am so bad at it that it just makes me laugh that somebody thinks that I would be good enough to actually to make our weather balloon flights out of CGI, because I'm just terrible at it. It's actually way easier just to fly the weather balloon with a camera and just show you that than it would be for me to actually try to CGI that, because I'm so terrible with animations, and I just can't do it. So no, they're not CGI or animations, but I guess I appreciate the compliment that you think I'm good enough with CGI and animations to do that. So thank you, I guess. Okay, Anyways, let's see. Will SpaceX be the first to land on Jupiter? I don't think you're going to see anybody land on Jupiter. That would be interesting. Why don't we launch this guy into space as well? Oh, somebody wants to launch me into space. I would like to go to space. That would be fun. I don't want to be the first one to fly in the Crew Dragon, but I think it'd be cool to go on like one of the Blue Origin suborbital flights. That'd be kind of cool. Or or I'd like to go if what's his name, Yusaku Maezawa, the Dear Moon BFR passenger, wants to take me along. I don't know. Would I consider that? I don't know. I feel like I would be all talk, but then when they were like, hey, you want to go on the BFR? I'd be like, maybe next time. I don't want to do the first one. Let's see. Nice view from Temecula, California, says Joe Crudo. That's awesome. I'm so jealous. Let's see. Okay, enough was enough. Goodbye. All right. People have had enough of the broadcast. All right. Which supermarket sells space lobster? That would be a good supermarket item. Space lobster on the supermarket. Sadly, our space lobster is gone. He was auctioned off, and I no longer have the space lobster, the actual lobster itself. He was won by Tom in Maine, and now Tom in Maine is our official space lobster owner. He has gone on to greener pastures, and he's on a new mission in life to tour the company tour the country and bring happiness to other space lobster fans. So let's see. Would you go on a Richard Branson flight? Maybe. Again, I just don't want to be the first one on a flight. I want to watch it go a couple times, and then I would consider going to space. I would think that'd be awesome. Gypsy Danger wants to work at SpaceX as a goal. Working on getting my degree in computer science, and then it's going to apply. I've thought about it myself. I have a degree in computer science and software engineering. That's my background, but I would love to do that. I just wish they would come to me. I don't want to move. Let's see. Lobsters in Maine. I know, isn't that a perfect... Tom in Maine won the space lobsters. Like, Maine is known for lobsters. How awesome is that somebody in Maine won the space lobster auction? Seems like a perfect fit. All right, everybody. Well, I think we had a lot of fun here tonight. We covered a lot of topics. We saw a pretty awesome launch and landing for SpaceX today. Was fantastic. We gave away some free stuff. I saw a bunch of messages already from a whole bunch of people that won today. So I think I saw at least 3 come through on my phone. So hopefully I might be missing a 4th one. I didn't see a 4th one come through, but I could have just missed it while we were broadcasting. But I saw at least 3 of you that won the items send over messages. So I'm guessing, I just saw the subject line. So I'm guessing that has your address in there. So good. So if you didn't send me it though, whoever that 4th one was, make sure you send it over so I know where to send your winnings. And that's it. So like the video if you're on YouTube or Facebook, or throw over some hearts on Periscope. They help us out. They help me out. They let me know that you actually like what we're doing and you're having fun. I think we're having fun. I don't know. I'm having fun. I think you guys are having fun. Maybe I'm just having fun by myself, which is possible. But I think you guys are having fun. But if you like the video and you throw some hearts over on Periscope, it lets me know that you guys are having a good time and that we'll do more of this kind of thing and continue doing this, because I have a good time if you're having a good time. So I think that's going to be pretty much it for me. I'm going to wrap this up. I feel like maybe there was something else I was missing that I was going to say, but the next broadcast I think that we're going to do is going to be October 17th for the United Launch Alliance one. It's a late night broadcast, but we will certainly give away another beach ball. So if you can set a reminder for October 17th and stay up a little late with us, we're going to we'll give away another beach ball to another winner on October 17th. For that launch. So there it is. That's all I got for you. I don't think I have anything else. I think I'm going to wrap it up so that I can go to bed here tonight, because it's 11:15 here on the East Coast where I am. And I'm going to go to bed so that I can go to work in the morning and not be too crazy tired, because it's been a lot of these broadcasts the last couple of the last couple of weeks have been very late. Very late SpaceX broadcasts the last couple of weeks and months, really. We haven't had like a regular afternoon launch of one of these rockets since like the springtime, which I think has something to do with the summer weather in Florida. Could be speculation, but it seems like the summertime they always launch late at night. Anyways, does the beach ball come with gravity? I'm sure there's some gravity to it, but probably not enough to measure, because it is just a plastic or vinyl, I guess is what it is. A vinyl beach ball with air in it. Not a lot of gravity. Not a lot of mass there for gravity. So, all right. Let's see. Carrie shared the video. Glad to be here with you. Thanks, Carrie. I appreciate it. I've seen you on the channel many times, so thanks for being a regular. Gordon Freeman, thanks, Tori, for today. Thanks for hanging out. Next SpaceX launch is in November. Yep, that's correct. Next SpaceX launch is like early November, I think. Killer Katie's in the middle of an aerospace engineering degree. Wow, good for you, Killer Katie. That's awesome. That is a fantastic field to go into. That also kind of jealous of that. I'm in software engineering, but I love the idea of aerospace engineering. I've thought about trying to get a second degree in aerospace engineering, but I don't know if I want to do that much work. Let's see. What else? Did I miss any other comments? Joy says she's having fun. Thanks, Joy. I appreciate it. Buckeye Storms, good night. Thanks for the broadcast. Thanks, Buckeye, for hanging out. Stubby, thanks for the stream. Does anyone know, what does this say? Does anyone know what Saocom 1A is going to be used for? Well, Saocom 1A is the primary mission, I believe, is measuring soil moisture content for agriculture, I believe. I didn't go too deep into the actual satellite itself. I was so consumed with the landing attempt, but pretty sure the satellite itself is mostly soil moisture content. Let's see. Alex Ziggyful says everyone liked this video. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate that. I thought the space lobster burned up in re-entry. Yeah. Well, that was in my Kerbal environment. The space lobster has burned up on re-entry many times in Kerbal. Let's see. Falcon. Killer Katie was talking about Falcon Heavy earlier. Gregoria says take the CGI comments as a compliment. I think I do take the CGI comments as a compliment, because that means that somebody thinks I'm actually good enough to put together CGI. But it's not a big operation here for our weather balloons. We don't really have a budget for CGI. I mean, most of the videos that we put out are me sitting here editing a video, which I'm not very good at to begin with. I'm trying to get better at editing our YouTube videos. I'm not so great at it, but I guess I'll take that as a compliment. You think I'm good enough to CGI. So thanks for that. Let's see. What city did it land in? Somebody says, how do you spell CGI? All right. All right, well, that's it, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to wrap it up and end it here. I think I said that like 17 times here now, but I'm really going to wrap it up. But thanks again for joining us here today. I always have fun with you guys, and here's who I am. So my name's Tori. This is Overlook Horizon, and we had fun tonight. What an awesome launch. That boost back burn. I'm going to be thinking about that for a long time, and I'm going to go on and see if we can retweet some stuff. I think a bunch of people sent me some photos at OLHCN on Twitter, so I'm going to try to retweet some of those here after the broadcast is over. So there we go. Thanks, everybody, and I will catch you on the next one. October 17th, we'll do a United Launch Alliance and give away a beach ball. So there we go. Oh, jeez, hit myself in the face. All right, thanks, everybody. My name's Tori. This is Overlook Horizon. We had some fun, and I'll see you guys on the next live broadcast. Thanks, guys. See ya.